Hello again. Thank you for joining us. If you have just watched the Silver Panda video and you followed along here to part 2, we are about to check out something very cool indeed. It is one of those gold panda editions for 2023. Now, of course, we're going to start with this beautiful packaging. I love the People's Bank of China because they really do put so much effort into everything that has to do with the coin itself. So from the outer packaging to the inner box that you get, the certificate, everything just has this level of elegance, especially when we're talking about gold. Now, I love that logo there. It's such a subtle way to say, hey, there's coins inside. And the box itself is, of course, just beautiful. So they do house everything very nicely, which does show you how much they care for their products and just their brand in general. I think it's really high-end, very beautiful, and it's very exciting when you get one of these products from the People's Bank of China, because you do feel like you're opening something special that was produced just for you. My goodness, it takes the breath away a little bit for me personally. As I said in the silver video, I really do enjoy the certificates from the People's Bank of China. It just transports you somewhere else and you just see the amount of pride that goes into this product. Now, speaking of the product, it is the 2023 150-gram gold proof coin. So, of course, it's part of the Panda series and it's also part of the Premiere series. So, for the first time ever, pandas have this iridescent coloring added to them. And if you'd watched part 1 of this video, you would have seen the iridescent color on the silver. Just showing you again the logo there. All those little details. So lovely. But of course, they've also added the iridescent color here to the gold coin. And I can't decide. I really cannot decide which one the color looks best on. Just because it's such a lovely, subtle way to add some excitement, a little element of surprise to this piece, and something different without really changing the whole model of this series. And that's what I find quite enticing about this particular release. I think it's exciting, but without going over the top. Still keeping that pride in the product and the tradition, of course, in the Panda series. Now, speaking of tradition, here we have our onverse. Lovely detail there. Gosh, look at those stairs. I mean, every little step has been looked at carefully and engraved. Just lovely. Back over here to the reverse. Of course, we've got 150 gram gold there. It is 39 gold, and you can see there it has a face value of 2,000 yuan. Again, you have two lovely pandas looking lovingly into one another's eyes. I just love the detail on the fur there, and just this piece in general has so much movement to it. It really is a nice addition to the Panda series. Lovely chunky edge there. I'm curious to know, what does everyone think about the rainbow iridescent color being added to this series? Do you think it's a nice addition, or do you think they probably should have just kept it the way it was, the traditional, just plain gold and silver? Let's take a look at these side by side. Thank you to everyone who has followed along from part 1. And completing now with, of course, part 2, and let's check out those coins side by side. What I also find interesting is, although they had the same rainbow colors added, the effects on the gold and the silver are slightly different, which also makes each edition a little bit more exciting and interesting to look at. And yeah, as I said in part 1, sorry, I'm unable to get these out of the capsules, and I do not want to damage these wonderful products. If you're interested in checking out the 2023 Panda series, or any Panda series for that matter, hop on over to EMK's website. That's www.emk.com.